Hello there YouTube, it's your boy B3, back with another kicking action figure review. Today we are looking at the Ultraman action figure, Ultraman Rising from Bandai. This is the version that was released here in the United States. And it makes me so happy that Ultraman is like a recognizable name stateside now. I mean, he had this Netflix movie, which was pretty good. It's a good movie. The animation style, once you look at the still images and you're like, but then you watch the movie, and I promise it's a good film, and the animation is good as well. And I really wanted this version of Rising. I passed on the kind of Spark Doll sized one multiple times because I wanted this one specifically, because if you get this guy, he's not only articulated, but he comes with an accessory of my favorite attack that Ultraman can do, and also Emmy. So it's like two figures in one. The other Emmy is just so big compared to the Ultraman from the same line, so I figured this one, I really wanted Rising for this. He's in a cool box, so in-package collectors I think will still really like him. I am going to pass on the 66 Ultraman because I have a 66 Ultraman that I really love and I don't feel like I need another one. Gigantron, I've only seen in the wild once, and I picked this guy over her. Oops. But, hey, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Anyhow, let's bust these two out of packaging. And here he is out of package, the Ultraman action figure, Ultraman Rising. Yeah, in Japan I think this line is just called Ultra action figure, because I do have some Japanese ones. But this guy is pretty ace. The animation style and character design from the film kind of lends to him having really thin limbs. So he's going to look a little weird later in size comparison next to other Ultras, but I promise it grows on you as you watch the film. What isn't growing on me is this very loose joint on the head. It is very floppy, and I do not like that. I wish it could hold its position better. You kind of have to get it all the way up towards the back for it to hold, and even then it doesn't hold forever. So yeah, articulation, side to side on the head, up and down, bit of a wobble. In and out on the arm. Nice forward and back. Rotation all the way around. You have a bicep swivel, a single elbow bend, rotation on the wrist, and then the fingers are articulated. 2 fingers and 2 fingers, which I do like. I think that's fun. So he can have his hand open, closed. He can even point. It's pretty cool. Banga bang. Nothing in the torso. In and out on the leg. Forward. A tiny bit of back, but not much because of his hard plastic bussy, unfortunately. But you do have a pretty decent knee bend and a lot of movement on the feet. So yeah, it's about the articulation I expected after having a few of the Japanese ones. I just really hate that head is so wobbly. Detail and paint-wise, this is a moderately priced kids toy. Keep that in mind. If you want an adult collectible version, the SH Figure Arts is in the States. I've actually seen the Figure Arts on shelves more than I've seen this guy on shelves. The SH Figure Arts version is like $30, which is pretty decent. So, I don't know. If you're an adult collector that wants something really nice, definitely get the Figure Art. But if you want something that's a little cheaper and a bit more fun to play with, maybe something you and your kid can play with together, this might be it. Just not for a kid that's too young, because it does have small parts. For sure. Now, let's get into accessories. He's got this cool laser punch, a Spacium punch. I don't remember what it's called. I'm sorry, I don't remember what it's called. But, ka-chow. Big space punch. Big space punch. You can also attach, his blade to his wrist, and he can chuck it. That's my favorite weapon. That's kind of just, well, it's not a weapon, I guess. That's my favorite kind of generic Ultraman attack. Pretty cool. I think it looks good. And Emmy, everybody's favorite accessory. Though I suppose you shouldn't call your kid an accessory. Though I was always an accessory to my mother. Anyway, she actually has some articulation. Just the head, though. But it's nice that they gave her something. So, she exists. She's here. And she's painted pretty decently. The Ultraman doesn't really have paint on his back, but she has more paint on her back than he does his. See, he's missing all his silver here. He's got it on the legs and arms at least, though, so that's fine. But yeah, she's actually pretty good. Pretty good accessory. Now, in Japan, a lot of Ultraman figures come with a tag. And since they preferred to box them stateside, a lot of the kind of vinyl Ultramen had those tags become sort of like trading cards. And this guy also comes with a bit of a trading card, which is kind of nostalgic for me because Trin Masters Godzilla's used to come with them. These days I'm kind of like, maybe we should just get more accessories instead. But it is fun for kids, I guess. So here's the Ultraman Rising trading card, which I am going to be leaving in the plastic. You see it's got stuff on the back. It's like, woo! Full body shot, as well as stats. And a QR code that you can pause and scan if you'd like. There you go. Have fun with that. Alrighty. Well, that is pretty good so far. I feel like his head is way too loose, but those are some fun accessories, aren't they? So now, how about we get into everybody's favorite part, size comparisons. Huh? Yeah, first up, let's compare him with an SH Figure Art. Yeah, here's the SH Figure Arts Ultraman Orb Origin. And as I thought, they scale pretty well together. I actually really expected it. So I'm glad it actually happened. Very fun. I also have several other Ultras here to compare him with. Next up, how about the Ultra Hero Orb, Ultraman Orb Thunder Breaster. Maybe a little short, but not the worst. He's got that bulk on him. That's kind of the Spark Doll sized Ultra. And then we have kind of the previous 6-inch scale. This is the quote-unquote all-new Ultra Hero series from 2009. Hunter Knight Tsurugi. Turtsugi? Hunter... It's Ultraman Hikari in his Magna Defender armor. Because they have the same arc. And motivation. He's the Magna Defender. I love Power Rangers. Yeah, that's not super gonna work. We also have the Movie Monster series Anime Ultraman, or Manga Ultraman. I like to call him Ultraman Shinjiro. He's a human-sized Ultraman, but if he were to grow large, this wouldn't work out. He'd be much too tall. But they are both the sons of Ultraman, so they have a lot to live up to. And then last but not least, for Ultraman, before we get into Kaiju, here is the Ultra Action Figure Ultraman Zero Beyond. So this is the Japanese equivalent of this toy line. As you can see, they look very different from each other. It almost seems like they don't scale, but once again, this is like an anime Ultraman. Maybe not anime, maybe it's not fully an anime style film. But this is an actor in a suit, this is an animated Ultraman. So you can see that scale-wise they are the same, but their body types are super different. But this is the Japanese equivalent line to this guy. Now, I think what we need is Kaiju. Let's start with some small stuff like the Trin Masters 4-inch Mogera. That's not going to work. How about the Trin Masters 5-inch Jiger? I can kinda see that since he's on all fours. Maybe that would be a bit better though, you know? It's not quite there. How about the Ultra 500 series, or should I say Ultra Monster 500 series Zeragus? Still not perfect. Still not perfect. The Eldrador Creatures Ice Bug. I actually think that looks great. I think that would work. How about the Playmates Hong Kong Battle Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong? That's actually a fun scaling. I kind of enjoyed that. Then we have, excuse me, the Playmates Godzilla Classics 56 Rodan. Alright, I can live with that. I like my Ultras a little smaller than a lot of my Kaiju. Here's one that I think is fun. It is the Titanic Creations Movie Gorgo. Oh, I actually think that works really well. I really like that. Huh. Then the Bandai Creations Showa. Who else? How about... Ooh, here's another smaller one that I kind of missed. The Lanyard George. I think that kind of works out pretty well. From Rampage. And, you know, we have to show a movie Monster Series Godzilla. We just showed movie Monster Series Ultraman. Now we got to do it with the Big G. So here is the Bandai Japan Movie Monster Series -1 Godzilla. Fun, fun, fun. And I always like to show dinosaurs with these. So let's pull out a dinosaur figure like the Papo Ceratosaurus. Fun. So, now that it's all said and done, what are my final thoughts on the Bandai Ultraman action figure, Ultraman Rising? Well, if you want an affordable Ultraman and Emmy together that scale well together, this is a great choice. I have to say, though, his unique character design in the world of Ultraman, in the multiverse of Ultraman, kind of makes it so that he doesn't fit in with a lot of other humanoid characters, at least Ultras, anyhow. Like, you show him with some Kaiju, and it's fun, because they're not humanoid, but you have him next to Ultras that are portrayed by suit actors, and he looks very weird. But remember, this is a kid's toy, maybe for a bit older kids than the quote-unquote Spark doll. But I think it's fun. Mine has a loose head, really loose head. That could just be mine. It doesn't have to be everybody's, you know? I think he's fun. I think he's cool. And I'm going to enjoy having him in my collection, I think. So that is it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.